Hello, my butterflies. Welcome back. If you are new to QueenTiti's channel, make sure that you subscribe, click the bell, like, share, and comment. If you are returning, welcome home, butterflies, and make sure you like, share, and comment as well so you can share these videos with other people. So I'm going to jump right into our topic. This will probably be a two-part video. Let's just talk about Lou. Let's talk about Lou. So in Lou's decision to cheat, the girl ended up being a whole catfish. It wasn't even the right person. None of that. Now, let me tell you what I was looking for in the conversation that was posted for everyone to see. I was looking for the part where he asked the questions that he needed to ask. I was looking for the part where, because of who he is, because of who Supa is and everything, I was looking for the part where he did some research to find out if that was a real person, what the profile looked like. I didn't go to the profile or anything like that because I ain't got that kind of time. But where was the part where he did that? Where was the part that he knew who he was talking to? The girl said she worked at Foot Locker. Why you didn't go to Foot Locker? The girl said that was her picture. Did you check to see who it really was? Another part that was bad is he was excited about the fact that she was a minor. How are you excited about the fact that she's a minor, sir? You're not supposed to be trying to deal with her or talk to her at all. I'm going to use my Fenty. Woo! Look at, God, that would not have come out right. So thank goodness I didn't put it straight on my face. I'm going to mix it with a little bit of my MAC for today. The scoop wouldn't come out. Okay, so he didn't do any type of research at all. All he saw was, oh my gosh, a girl is looking at me. She's attracted to me. Let me try to talk to her. Turns out it wasn't even the girl. The girl somehow, the real person, ironically somehow saw the picture and commented and reposted everything like, I'm being slandered and this isn't even me. All of this stuff. So he doesn't even know who he was talking to. He was willing, or he did, not was willing, but he harmed his family, hurt his family, hurt the person that he says that he loves, all for something that wasn't even real. He didn't even do his research to see if that was the person. He put things in writing, which my mother taught me from a very young age. Don't put anything in writing that you would be embarrassed if it got out, you know? Do I still stick to that? Like 99%. It depends on who I'm talking to. But she told me to do it no matter who I was talking to. Edges is laid, huh? I like this color, but sometimes it's a little too brown. And I love it. It just doesn't match the rest of my body. Let's see what happens after I contour. Okay. Yeah, people are just cheating like it's no big deal. Like, oh, you know, she'll forgive me. Now, you would think that because he was already caught and they literally just got back together, which he identified in his communication with this girl. You would think that he wouldn't even entertain somebody else. You just got out of the doghouse. That's why I say all of these different type of relationships and all of this different type of um, things that we do, they can sometimes bite us in the butt, because her and Lou, Super and Lou, they're not married. So should they actually be living together? Only if we're following my initial thing, in that I think that we should try, we think uh, to follow the Bible as much as possible. I do think that we should try to. So according to those standards, um, they've already had a baby, they already live together, they already everything. Do I think that they should? Not necessarily. Not if we're going to try to talk about doing it the right way. But the reality is they already do. So in that situation, in that situation, is it fair to say that he should have had to do more to be in her space? He should have had to do more to gain the fruits of her labor. Do I think so? I do. And I do because of, look at what happened. Look at what happened. We're giving away too much too soon, and then also wondering why it doesn't work in our favor. Well, it doesn't work in our favor because we're giving it away. We're doing too much too soon, and then wondering why it doesn't work out in our favor. We're accepting, we're forgiving, we're doing all of these things even before, hell, we make it to the altar. So you're doing all of these things wanting something different, but did you set yourself up to receive the something different? Most of the time we don't. We've allowed a lot of morals and values and things that potentially could have set us up to have something better. We're letting it all go by the wayside. So we are like skipping way too many. We're skipping too many steps. We're being too open, and then we're wondering why things don't turn out the way they should. I got a new fan, and it's green. Why? Oh, my Lucci. So we're wondering why things are not turning out the way that they should be, but are we doing our part to make sure, or to try to ensure that things will go the right way? Or are we just skipping a lot of steps because it's like, oh, it's not that serious. Oh, that's old. Oh, we don't do it that way anymore. Oh, we made up our own rules. But again, you're making up your own rules, wanting to hold on to the benefits of what following the right rules will get you, right? When she forgave him, could she possibly have said, yes, I'll forgive you, but now you know what, we're going to do it the right way. We already tried it this way and went down the wrong way, and you didn't appreciate what I gave to you. So since you didn't appreciate what I gave to you, let's try it another way. Let's try it in the right way, or yeah, my right way. Let's try it the right way, where you stay in your place, I stay in mine. We continue to date. You're already the father of my child. So, you can come over, but you stay in your space, I'll stay in mine. We will continue to date. We will continue to grow together. And then when we are married, welcome home, right? That could have been an option. Because can we tell people they shouldn't forgive, or, oh, they was in different tax brackets, that's why she got cheated on? That makes no sense at all, because that would go against the point of saying, love people for who they are, not what they have. Do I think that you should be equally yoked? Yes. That means the values and things like that. Do I think that if you have a particular type of work standard, that the person that you date should also have that work standard? I do. And let me tell you why. Because I've not heard of it where if a woman is a go-getter, that doesn't eventually cause problems in the relationship if that man is not also a go-getter. If she is making more money than him and he is not happy, meaning fulfilling his purpose, then yes, I think it is hard. Now, if there is somebody that, like, let me give you an example. If I am a doctor as a woman and I'm dating somebody who is a kindergarten teacher, obviously the pay scale is very different, right? But a kindergarten teacher, do you know how fulfilling that is? That is amazing. So if that man is just like, no, I've always wanted to be a kindergarten teacher, you know, our future is really important to me, that's what I want to do, that's what brings me joy. So he finds joy and purpose in being a kindergarten teacher, then to me a paycheck doesn't matter, because your passion is the same. You're going after the things that you love, and so it all comes together. You both can talk about what you do from that place of passion. You can see that in him, and just the same as if it was reversed, a girl and a guy, flip who makes the most money. I think that it's different because your purpose is found. Your purpose is not in me. Generally, if you are going for what you love, then your lifestyle is probably, you know, like that. So you're not like, oh, I have to have Gucci and let me brag about this and let me do this and let me do that, because you wanted to be a teacher. So you knew that you would make, you know, teacher money and do teacher things. The same for those of us that have regular jobs and we're not celebrities. So I'm not just, that's just really, it's an example, okay? But I've always been taught by my mom. My mom is pretty dope. I've always been taught by my mom is that you should do what you enjoy doing. Now, why I love my uncles and my cousins in my life is because they took it a step further in saying, yeah, but if you can do this and get paid this, then find your passion, but also find how to make it work for you. So how you can make the most money doing what you love to do, especially since we stay in California, child. And you want to leave a legacy behind, all those good things. But I think that plays a huge role in relationships and what it should look like, because people cheat for different reasons. He could be cheating, or he could have cheated because he feels superior to her or inferior to her. Everywhere they go, everybody knows her. She's a boss. She's making dreams come true for people. She's, in the spotlight. He could very well want that spotlight, but not want to do, now let me bake. He could very well want to do, I'm going to try to finish this in 10 minutes, what she's doing, but not be putting forth the effort. And he could be not putting forth the effort because it's like, oh, she got it. But on the back end, that's also causing him to have a lack of ambition, a lack of going to get it. Why go get it? I already got it. She got me. Well, that's not your purpose, and that's not what's making you happy, though. A lot of the divorce rate is high because of finance. That can cause problems in relationships if one makes more than the other or manages money differently. And again, I think, sorry guys, I don't know what they're doing. I think that's tied back to being in your purpose, because even if you make less money, if you're in your purpose, that makes you really happy. And so you're okay with it, and it doesn't cause problems in your relationship. But if you're one of those people that like to be on top, want to be important, quote unquote, and you get with somebody that is, honey, sometimes I got to get behind that nose, and you're with somebody who is, and you're not, I think that it can cause some type of resentment. I think that it makes people seek attention from other places, as opposed to, being honest and saying to yourself, not to your partner, you know what, this ain't gonna work for me. Let me get out there and get mine too. And the killer is it be the people that have the opportunity to do it. The platform that he has in this particular example, he could do anything that he wanted to do if he did the work. It's not just gonna pop up for him. I'm sure she's not just gonna call him the CEO of her company, because he wants to have that type of title and that type of paycheck. He's gonna have to work for it. But a lot of people don't want to work for what they have either, or what they want. They just want you to give it to them. But resentment, finances, things like that, I do believe play a role in cheating, especially as it relates to women. If you do your research, and or you don't have to, I just told you. If you look up like the way that roles have reversed, African American women, Black women, are now the most degree holders. We are. I'm looking for my. Oh, use this one. We hold the most degrees. We are the highest in entrepreneurship. We're trailblazing. We are kicking some butt out there. And I don't think that is going over well with a lot of people. The sad thing is that it shouldn't be a problem with our own men. They're supposed to be our protectors. And I really think that these days, Black women, we're having a hard time with stuff like this because nobody wants us in that space. But guess what? You don't get to determine if we're in that space. We taking over. We asked for some seats at the table, and y'all didn't want to give them to us. We asked some of our men to have our back, Black men, and help us get to those tables, and you didn't want to do it either. So at what point did you think that we weren't going to be like, you know what? No problem. Here we go. I'm going to create my own seat at that table. I'm going to not only make a seat for me, but I am going to make a seat for my sisters too, and I'm going to bring them with me. Using this color from MAC. But yes, I'm going to bring them with me. As a result, I think that it has made Black men a little salty, unfortunately. And rather than uplifting us and supporting us with whatever their talent is, or just supporting us and being happy for us, instead they have chosen to cheat on us. It's almost like, I feel like sometimes it's like, oh, you thought you were gonna thrive? I'll figure out a way to knock you back down. I'll show you your place. That's what I think is going on right now. Pew. I don't want you in that space. I don't know how to communicate to you that I just don't want you in that space. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to shatter your whole world. I'm going to take you out. I'll show, like I said, I'll show you. And so with this whole cheating thing, do a lot of women get cheated on? Does every woman get cheated on? At some point in your life, you probably will. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. At some point in your life, you probably will. What I will say is it's not the end. It's nothing. It's not personal. A lot of times it has to do with external factors. Don't start making decisions to accept different types of relationships just to say, well, I didn't get cheated on. I picked that type of relationship, or I knew what I was doing. Because most of the time, from what I see, it's not even the girl enjoying it too. It's the guy having 67 girls and being able to do what he wants to do, but that girl is not doing the same. I personally haven't seen it where the girl is doing the same. I see it where the girl is just one of the people on the team. And let me tell you something. The only place I'm a team player is at work and in my marriage. Other than that, I don't need a team. I got it. And if I don't got it, I'll starve first. So, does every woman get cheated on? Probably. Should you be okay with being cheated on? No. Why am I using this old dusty mascara? Because I still didn't take the mascara and put it right here like I should have. That's why. Don't judge me and don't call me out. Okay? But I will as soon as I'm done with this video, because this is a no. There's one that I got from MAC. It's like a 4D or something like that, because I haven't opened my package from Crayon case yet. I'll open it tomorrow with you guys. I'll do an unboxing. There's mascara in there, and I heard that it's really dope. So I'm going to try it. Now, boys, should you stop cheating? Of course you should. You want to know why you should stop cheating? Because that's why y'all be having 86 baby mamas, spread too thin, can't properly take care of all of your kids. 99% of your check is going to child support. You're hurting a child's feelings because they want their dad every day and they can't have their dad every day. You're causing a lot of heartache that you would not want to happen to your mom or your sister, but for some reason, your brain doesn't work in a way that says, this isn't okay. Let me not do this to her, because I could just be a real G about it, and I really could just tell her the truth. I could tell her that this is what I want, or girls, I could tell him that this is what I want, and this is how I want to move forward. And then if that person says no, then you understand that it's okay to hear the word no, and you will move on. But your conscience will be clear. Your conscience will be clear. You'll have better karma. You don't have to be looking over your shoulders. You don't have to be telling terrible lies, because most of y'all can't lie and y'all get caught so quick. And if you don't get quote unquote caught so quick, that girl knew. She knew. God gave women's intuition for a reason. So there are things that we can feel, and we know it even if we can't put our finger on it. And I'm not talking about the ones that think that you cheating because you went to the mailbox twice instead of once, or you went and got gas in your car or something like that. I'm not talking about those, although you probably cheating too. But I'm just saying, some women are scarred from being cheated on before, and so they carry it over, thus making the man cheat again. But I could or cheat, period. But I could tell you that generally the reason why people cheat in marriage or outside of marriage is because boundaries are not defined at the beginning. Boundaries are not defined at the beginning. You're unequally yoked. You have different ideas of what you want a relationship to look like. And instead of having those conversations on your first couple of dates, you're Netflix and chilling, you worried about how cute you are. Now, don't get me wrong. That's important, honey. You got to be cute. But you're worried about things that are superficial. You're worried about what kind of car he's driving. You're worried about how much skin she's showing, how many followers she got on Instagram, instead of worrying about, do they have too many kids? What does their family structure look like? If their family structure looks completely different than the one that you want, which is a lot of our cases, is that something that they're okay with? Are they comfortable with that type of family structure? Or do they want something different? Did I do everything? I did not. Highlighter. Or do they want something different? Do they want to be the change in their family? Or are they kind of like, well, that's always worked in my family before, or oh, it was okay. They had, yeah, my dad had 13 kids, but he took care of all of us. Took care of and had you in his possession at his mama's house is two different things. Did he really take care of you? Make sure that on these dates, y'all are asking the right questions to my young people. And don't be afraid of the answers that you'll get. If you get answers that you don't like, then that's good. That's what's, you know, you're supposed to be able to filter out what you will and won't deal with. I want to do like a bronzy blush. What you will and won't deal with. I'm going to use my Judy brush. On dates, it's not all going to be exactly what you want to hear. But what I could tell you is the person that's meant for you, it will be. The type of relationship that you want, you'll find somebody that wants that type of relationship. You don't just have to go for whatever, like that's the only person in life you're ever going to meet. And it's just, you know, you just have to do it right now. You have to do it with that person. That's not the case. It's really not. While you're courting, learn to ask the right questions so that you don't end up in these situations, or you at least prevent ending up in these situations so bad. Ask the right type of questions according to what you really want, because you got to stop just going with the flow too. Going with the flow is going to get you in trouble, because it's not even a flow that you want. You know nothing about it. You don't know how bad it can actually get. You don't know what it all entails. You're not doing what you're supposed to be doing. So in essence, yeah, you may be getting cheated on, but how much of that are you responsible for? Right? Because we have to take responsibility in our part. Either the things that we looked over, the things that we let go, or the things that we knew about and we just took a gamble. Like, you know what? I'm willing to take a gamble on this person. Let me just see if it works out, right? Because the other side of that is it could work out and go just fine. Sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't. Relationships are complete gambles. They really are, because I could be feeling one way today and a completely different way tomorrow. The needs of relationship change, which also essentially can destroy a relationship and cause cheating, because the person is seeking something that they don't have. And instead of speaking up, they just do what they want to do. Is that right? Of course not. Of course not. It's not at all what you should be doing. You should be open and honest. But that doesn't always happen. Thus, women get cheated on. It's just reality. Now, what you do with it, that's your reality. What you do with it. So if you don't like it, don't stay. Don't ever be afraid to walk away. Ever. And always set yourself up in such a way that you don't have to stay, because you've made decisions that kind of attached you to that person where you can't walk away from them. So I'll leave you with this. I don't believe that you should have more kids than you can afford all by yourself. And the reason why is because you just don't know what could happen. And it doesn't even have to be cheating or separation. It could be, you know, passing or something like that. But I don't think that you should overextend yourself in areas where you can't take care of yourself, where you can't take care of the family, because that could happen. That way, if you are cheated on, you always could walk out the door. Even if there's a whole mortgage, you can walk out the door, because you know what? You'll make a decision on who's going to stay in the house and who's going to leave. My vote is the cheater doesn't get to make the decision on who stays and who leaves. The non-cheater does. I mean, I'm just saying, you terminated the contract, so why should you get to make the decision? You've made enough decisions that turned out wrong. Okay. Okay, baby. I am all done. Okay. I'm all done. So this is the finished look. I will try to take, not I will try, I will take pictures so that you can see how it turns out. Final answer, does every woman get cheated on? Final answer, it depends on how you set up your relationship. And what you have allowed in your relationship. So first, set up boundaries, define what cheating would look like, and then you will know. 2, even if you are cheated on, you're not the only one. Don't be embarrassed, boy or girl. No need for revenge. Let them go on and live their life. You go on and live your life and call it a day. I don't want to see any of you guys on Fatal Attraction or Snapped or nothing like that. Just let it go. A person does not belong to you. Even if it doesn't matter, a person does not belong to you. They have the right to make their own decisions. Their decisions may impact you. And when they do, you have the choice to say, I'm not going to allow this decision to impact me. I'm out. Or I want to stay and work through it. And we'll see what happens. I also think that if you're going to try to have different type of relationships aside from the one that you were taught, whatever that was in your household or around you, that you do your research so that you know how to conduct yourself in that particular relationship. Because all of them have rules, I guess, or something like that, child. I don't know. I don't keep up with the other stuff because I don't believe in it. And that's just how I feel. But I know that maybe later this summer, I am going to have somebody come on and talk about a couple of different relationships, because I was given some really good information. And I do think everybody should make their own choice on what works for them and what's good for them. But I believe they should have educated choices. And the fact that these things are out there and my platform is for you and helping make decisions and sharing my pain points that I've gone through with my story times and things like that, to avoid and not discuss some of those other things would be very irresponsible of me, because it's out there. So if it's out there, I should utilize my platform to get you the right information so you can make the right decisions the right way, and then you will have a healthy relationship, right? Right. And I can also teach you how to lower a tire without flattening it, because if you flatten the tire, depending on how much the tire costs, just kidding. I've never done any of that. I don't know how to tell you to do it. But that is it for me today. Thank you for, I knew something was missing. I'm like, my face looks very off-centered. It's because I don't have my nose ringing. So that is it for me today. I hope that you enjoyed the conversation with me today. It was a little bit longer, which I hate, so I'll probably break it up into 2. I probably will. I'll probably find a good breaking point and break it into 2. But that is it. So don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and share this video with everyone. Experience in the comments if you like. Thank you again for joining, and that is it. So what happens next? Goodbye, butterflies. Goodbye. Goodbye, butterflies. Goodbye. Goodbye.